Hi everybody, welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you another story. And you know what I've been thinking about? I've been thinking about going back to school. I don't know about where you live, but where I live, it's time for everybody to start getting ready to go back to school. Some of my friends are already back in school. Wow, school is such an exciting time. Back to school is so much fun. And I found some books that we can read about people who are so excited to go back to school. And the first one is called Arthur's Back to School Day. Arthur's Back to School Day. This is Arthur. Him and his little sister are headed back to school. And they are so excited for the first day. But something a little crazy happens on their way to school. And we need to find out what it is and what they do about it. Are you ready to get into this back to school book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go. Arthur's Back to School Day. Story and pictures by Lillian Hoban. It was the first day of school. Arthur and Violet were waiting for the school bus. They had new lunch boxes. Arthur's was purple and red. Violet's was pink and yellow. "I love my lunchbox," said Violet. "I love the little plastic box for snacks." They're waiting to go to school on the very first day. "Me too," said Arthur. "I put some baseball cards in mine so I can trade." "I put a secret surprise in mine," said Violet. "If you put it in yourself, you can't be surprised," said Arthur. "Yes, I can," said Violet. "I closed my eyes when I put it in." Violet put in a special treat, and she closed her eyes so she won't know what it is till she gets to school. Norman and his dog Bubbles came down the road. Bubbles was carrying Norman's lunchbox. "Look, Arthur," said Violet. "Norman's lunchbox is just like yours." "Hey, Arthur," called Norman. "Do you want to trade baseball cards? I got doubles on some good ones." Wow, here comes their friend Norman and his puppy, and they have the exact same lunchbox. "Let's see," said Arthur. Norman took his baseball cards out of his lunchbox. Arthur took his baseball cards too. "Here comes the school bus," said Violet. Arthur quickly put his baseball cards back in his snack box. Arthur and Violet got on the bus. They are so excited. Norman came running and got on too. Bubbles ran after him. "No dogs allowed on the bus," said the driver. He shut the door and drove on. "Wait!" yelled Norman. "Bubbles has my lunchbox." "I can't stop here," said the driver. Oh no, Norman forgot his lunchbox and Bubbles is chasing them. "Look," said Violet. "Bubbles is running after the bus." All the children stood up to look. Oh no, that's not safe. "Come on, Bubbles!" shouted Arthur. "You can do it!" "Yay, Bubbles!" everyone cheered. Remember the safety rules," called the driver. "No standing or shouting on the school bus." "Oh no!" cried Norman. "Everything is falling out of my lunchbox." Oh no! Bubbles is trying to get him the lunchbox, but look, everything's falling out. All the children crowded to the back of the bus to see. "Safety rules!" yelled the driver. "Please go back to your seats." "There goes your apple, Norman," called Arthur. "It's bouncing down the road." I didn't have an apple," said Norman. Oh no, where'd that apple come from? "Norman's snack box just fell in the dirt," said Violet. Oh, let me see," said Wilma. She stood up on the street. "I can't see Bubbles anymore," said Wilma. "Safety rules! Safety rules!" yelled the driver. "No standing on the seats." Oh no, the kids are so excited about the puppy. They're not obeying any of the safety rules. The bus pulled up in front of the school. Just then, Wilma's big sister Mabel rode up on her bike. "Whose lunchbox is this?" she asked. It's mine, yelled Norman. "Your lunch was all over the road," said Mabel, "but I put it back in your lunchbox." Oh, good thing Mabel came along. "I'm glad you got your lunch back," said the bus driver, "but you kids need to learn your safety rules." The children got off the bus. Inside the school, there was a big sign. It said, "Welcome to the new school year." "Good morning, boys and girls," said a voice over the loudspeaker. "This is your principal, Mr. Adams. All classes, please come to the auditorium." Oh no, they're going to have a meeting. First thing, the first day of school. When they got to the auditorium, Mr. Adams said, "Today is the first day of school. It's important that you learn some safety rules. Can anyone give me a safety rule for riding on the school bus and tell me why it is important?" Well, this they knew to learn because they weren't very safe this morning. Arthur raised his hand. No standing on the bus," he said, "because if the bus hits a bump, you might fall and get hurt." Norman raised his hands. "No pushing or shoving," he said, "because you could get knocked down and your loose tooth might get bonked out." That's right. No standing, no pushing or shoving. Violet raised her hands. "No dogs on the bus," she said, "because the driver might be scared of dogs and run off the road." "Very good," said Mr. Adams. "Now go back to your classrooms and write down all those safety rules and any more you can think of." Well, he's going to make sure they know how to behave on the bus. All the children went to their new classrooms. Arthur and Norman went to Miss Wilson's class. On the way, Norman said to Arthur, "I can't wait for recess to trade baseball cards." "I can't wait to eat my snack," said Arthur. "I have an apple and 2 chocolate chip cookies." An apple? Isn't that what fell out of the other lunchbox? In the classroom, the children drew pictures of a school bus. Arthur colored his bus black. Under the picture, he wrote all the safety rules he could think of. Then he yawned and looked around. Everyone was still writing. Arthur closed his eyes. He thought about his snack. He could almost taste the chocolate chips. "Bring, bring!" a bell rang. "Recess!" called Miss Wilson. "Come on, Arthur," said Norman. "Let's go trade." Arthur and Norman took their lunchboxes out to the schoolyard. "Arthur," called Violet, "I just opened my snack box and found my secret surprise." "Well," said Arthur, "I know what's in my snack box, and it's no surprise." Arthur opened his lunchbox and took out the snack box. But he was surprised. Instead of chocolate chip cookies, there were cheese crackers under the baseball cards. "Phooey," said Arthur, "this is not my snack." "Oh no, that's not his snack. That's not his lunchbox." Norman was looking at his lunchbox. He held up a dusty apple. "I can't eat apples," he said. "I have a loose front tooth." "That's my apple," said Arthur, "and that's my lunch." Arthur took the lunchbox from Norman. He looked inside the snack box. "My chocolate chip cookies are gone," he cried. "Oh no." "Bubbles loves chocolate chip cookies," said Norman. "He probably ate them." "Oh no," cried Arthur. Violet came running over. She was holding something behind her back. "Guess what my secret surprise is?" she said. Oh no, Arthur doesn't look interested. He's too upset about what happened to his lunch. "Oh, phooey," said Arthur. "I don't want to guess. I just want a chocolate chip cookie." "You guessed! You guessed!" cried Violet. She held up 2 chocolate chip cookies. "You can have one because you guessed." Oh, Violet's secret surprise was a chocolate chip cookie. Arthur ate the cookie Violet gave him. He traded baseball cards with Norman. Then he went back to class and had a great first day in school. And on the way home, everyone followed the safety rules for riding the school bus. Wow, that was a very exciting first day of school. Poor Arthur. He was so excited about his lunchbox and his snack. And then he got busy doing trading cards with his friend. And then he forgot his lunchbox at the bus stop. The puppy came and took it, and all his lunch spilled out. And then they thought it was Norman's lunch, but it wasn't. It was Arthur's lunch. But in the end, little sister saved the day with her chocolate chip cookie. And everybody had a great first day of school. And most important, everybody learned the important rules about riding on the bus. If you you have to ride on a school bus, you need to be very, very careful and pay attention to the rules and whatever the driver says, because he's there to keep you safe and get you safe to school and back home again. That was an exciting first day of school. I'm glad we got to read about it together. I wonder if your first day of school is going to be that exciting. Hold on to your lunchbox. Don't let the puppy get it. That would be really, really crazy first day of school. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I don't know if tomorrow is your first day of school, but in case it is, we need to get to bed. I need you to get under your covers, get cuddled up, curled up, ready for a really good night's sleep. And whatever you do tomorrow, if it's your first day of school, if you're just getting ready for school, be ready, be excited. School is so much fun. And whether you're on the bus or in the classroom, there are people there to take care of you and watch over you. So you do your part, obey, and obey right away. And then come back to see Miss Dorothy, because I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye! Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.